I've been wanting to hunt Ohio for many years. I've heard a lot about the big deer that are there. It's supposed to rain all day for the rest of the day. Sleet, snow. Todd had shown me this shed antler, and after that, that's the buck that I really wanted to hunt. And I tried everything throughout the hunt. I even got to the point where I was wearing the Santa Claus hat, just trying to see if I could change my luck. It's a buck.
Winchester's World of Whitetail is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker. Nikon, the trusted name in optics. She Outdoor Apparel, her adventure starts here. Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter. Dallas Safari Club, promoting conservation, education, and ethical hunting worldwide. Ghost Blind, not seeing is believing. And by Ram Outdoorsman. There are a lot of places to go in this big wide world, and the new Ram Outdoorsman can get you to every one of them.
I'm really excited about going to Ohio. I've never been there before. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about the place. I've heard a lot about the big deer that are there, and I'm hoping to experience one of those big bucks, myself.
And where Mr. Whitetail's looking to find that experience is with outfitter Todd Frank and his trophy whitetail operation.
I've been wanting to hunt Ohio for many years. Never had the opportunity to, and then I started doing some things with George Winslow with Bullseye, and next thing I know, George was telling me about an operation called Clear Creek Outfitters, kind of in the central part of the state.
Clear Creek is located deep in the heart of Ohio, southeast of Columbus. Here, all the deer are free-ranging, yet manage to create the potential for making the records book.
We manage for big deer, which puts us in that 2-3-year-old category and gives a client the potential to kill a buck of a lifetime, whether it be 125 or 175.
Ohio produces some unbelievably big, massive antlered deer. The opportunities are here to take an unbelievable deer, the deer of a lifetime. Todd made the almost mistake of showing me this shed antler, and as soon as I saw that antler, I go, holy moly, here's this buck that is an absolute dream buck. I mean, it's not the only one out there in the country that Todd hunts, but he's certainly a good deer. My intentions at that point were to try to concentrate in those areas where Todd had seen this particular buck. Really came up here with the anticipation that the rut would still be going strong. As it was, we got here, the rut really, truly slowed down. Coming up here with the preconceived idea that I was going to spend a lot of time rattling, a lot of time grunting. I don't think the rattling and the grunting is going to work at this point. It's just a totally different deal compared to what we thought we were going to be. I did do some grunting, and the one time that I did grunt when there was a buck, the buck just turned and ran. That kind of convinced me that maybe I ought to just try some different type of technique. Looked at the long-range weather, and it called for rain, and I so hope the weather guessers were incorrect on that. I mean, I was hoping we would not have pouring down rain.
Oh man, it didn't look like the rain's gonna let up any at all.
You get in a situation where it's a pouring down rain, and it's not going to work with a camera. So we had to totally readjust how we did everything.
That's gonna let up. It's not supposed to, I guess. All afternoon. Been sitting here since first light. I have not seen a thing this morning. I think the best thing for me to do is see if I can go find some place to crawl into. Spot. Just doesn't seem like a deer will move right here now. I think this rain's supposed to be here for a while. Maybe hide out in here for a while. from the sounds and looks of it, I found this shooting house just in time. I know with the weather forecast, it's supposed to have started raining about noon, rain all afternoon, all night. Snow and sleet, mixed rain tomorrow. I don't know about these Ohio deer. I'm not sure what they do in the rain when it's like this. Down in Texas, they're liable to move. Same thing in Mexico. Or in Alabama, it starts raining, the deer just flat don't move. They just crawl in a hole and they stay there until it quits. So I don't know what to expect. We're going to sit this one out for a little while, and hopefully Todd will be able to find me sometime today, and I may move to another shooting house. Only got a limited amount of time to hunt, so I really need to take advantage of every moment of it.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, or at least the unconventional. On Winchester's World of Whitetail.
I even got to the point where I was wearing the Santa Claus hat during the hunt, just trying to see if I could change my luck.
Winchester's World of Whitetail is brought to you by Buck Bomb, blows away traditional scents, ghost blind. Not seeing is believing. Silver Zyme, the ultimate hybrid technology scent elimination spray, backed by science, doubted by no one. And by Otis, from the front lines to the hunt of a lifetime. When you have to go to where the game is, Dodge's 2011 Ram Outdoorsman gets you there. With a 32-gallon fuel tank standard on quad and crew cab models, you won't run out of gas before the hunting stops. And when you need them, auxiliary lights are ready at the flip of a switch. There are a lot of places to go in this big wide world, and the new Ram Outdoorsman can get you to every one of them.
Got into Ohio, and for once the weather guessers were correct. It rained. It rained hard. It rained hard in the daytime, it rained hard at night, and it caused us to change how we would have liked to have done things.
We got Todd to bring us back into a little covered stand here, 80 yards away, 75 yards this way. The rest of it's all closed. Good. We're in range.
Todd had shown me of this shit antler, and after that, that's the buck that I really wanted to hunt. But the rain and the weather seemed to be against us.
Natural conditions can handicap hunters, but game regulations can create another handicap with antler restrictions, a controversial issue that Larry puts in his sights on this world of management. Brought to you by Ghost Blind. Not seeing is believing.
It's been almost an uphill battle in some of these areas to get deer to a little bit better quality, where in the past in so many different areas, such as the eastern part of the country, kind of if it was brown, it was down sort of thing, regardless of what kind of antlers it had. And then people became more interested in trying to produce a quality type deer herd, meaning older age animals, bigger bodies, larger antlers. The point restrictions that have been imposed in several states, they were absolutely hated by the majority of the hunters. But interestingly, once they were put into place, these days, 5-6 years hence, it's amazing of the quality of the animals that they're taking. So the point restriction is working. It is restricted, not necessarily the hunting, it's restricted the taking of it. I own a small piece of property in the eastern part of the state of Texas where we've been under a point restriction now for several years. In years past, you just never saw a deer that would score more than maybe 110 or 115. These days, we're taking bucks that are 140, 130, I mean extremely good kind of deer almost anywhere you go. And again, it's the result of good management in terms of keeping that population low, but also giving those bucks an opportunity to mature because of the antler restrictions.
At least 20-inch inside spread.
For more information, log on to versus.com.
It's supposed to rain all day the rest of the day. Maybe tomorrow more rain, sleet, snow. Normally I don't like sitting on shooting houses, but it's just raining too hard. If I'm going to hunt, don't really have a whole lot of choice with the camera to keep the camera from getting washed away. Got to set up in an area where kind of a bottom of a low draw. There's thick cover on either side, good bedding area. A little bit of feed down in his bottom, so I'm hoping that this deer will come in here. With the tail end of the rut. Could be small bucks rolling around. I really like this area better than where I've been in the first day. We'll see what happens.
Larry has dozed off waiting for the rain to stop. This tough hunt is making him dream of all the amazing bucks he's taken this season so far. Larry took the biggest buck of his life at Oak Creek and landed his first big northern Canadian buck in Saskatchewan.
That's a deer. That is a deer. Oh man, that rain's not letting up any at all. Got mud even into the chamber there. God, one of the things that I carry with me everywhere I go is one of my little Otis cleaning kits. It's just like situations such as what we got right here. You're dealing with rain, you're dealing with mud. See if we can break some of that loose and come in from the other side to push it all out here a little bit. The beauties of these things, you just kind of push it down the barrel all the way. Just make it all the way through. The reason I'm doing it from the front to the back in this instance is I want to pull out whatever dirt there is as much as I can in the back. That should be good.
While Larry's Ohio hunt seems to be turning into a rain out and a gun cleaning session, his time at the Dallas Safari Club convention gave him the opportunity to meet with friends new and old to see what's going on in the wide world of hunting.
You know, a lot of people know about Cabela's, but a lot of people may not know about the fine gun libraries that y'all have.
Got a variety of everything. We've got old Colts, we've got 1911s. We carry more older guns than new.
Right.
And there's a lot of collector items in there.
You can probably tell when I've been there because there's this line of drool coming in there and all the way out.
We tell the customers drooling is allowed.
Good.
We clean the glass every night.
Good morning. How are y'all doing? Tell me a little bit about She Safari.
Well, She Safari started up about 6 years ago. Pam Zates was about to go on safari with her husband Brian, and she couldn't find anything to wear. So she jokingly said, hey, I should make my own patterns and do this or that.
And she was right.
Yeah, her husband Brian Zates said, that's a great idea. Let's run with it. And 6 months later, they started making patterns out of their spare bedroom room.
Pam and I keep this running battle going on who's killing the biggest whitetail deer. So we really appreciate it.
He is huge.
She, I think, once again came out on top. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you.
Back in Ohio, Larry hopes for a change in the weather and his luck on Winchester's World of Whitetail.
At least the turkeys are enjoying the morning, but I'm not a turkey.
Winchester's World of Whitetail is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Thompson Center, America's master gun maker. Nikon, the trusted name in optics. She Outdoor Apparel, her adventure starts here. Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter. Dallas Safari Club, promoting conservation, education, and ethical hunting worldwide. Buck Bomb, blows away traditional scents. And by Ram Outdoorsman. There are a lot of places to go in this big wide world, and the new Ram Outdoorsman can get you to every one of them.
Got into Ohio, had watched the long-range weather, and it called for rain. And normally the weather guessers are wrong, but got the ghost line set up early in the morning, crawled in, and got all set up. Legal shooting time comes up when the sun comes up. Then it started raining. Essentially, it rained the entire day. We were forced to leave the ghost line and try to find a place that we could get into some cover to protect the camera as much as anything.
Okay, kind of got relegated to hunting out of these box blinds. Can't really hunt like I want to. I'd love to get out and do some roaming around. But the deer just have not been moving. Hardly have seen anything. A couple of turkeys, does and a fawn maybe.
And it continued raining every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
It's a tough hunt. There's some really big bucks here. There's some good bucks here, but there just has not been any kind of deer movement at all.
You have to also realize we were fighting an absolute full moon, the moon at its fullest, that came up just about the time the sun went down and set just about the time the sun came up. So the deer here, having had some hunting pressure, really kind of became almost totally nocturnal.
Well, it looks like the fourth day is going to go down like the others. It's actually gotten warmer compared to what it has been. It's supposed to be snowing. It's supposed to be cold. You're going to have a lot of changes if that's going to happen in the next few minutes like it's supposed to. So it's 4 or 5 does, a little fork and horn. That's it. It is over for the day.
Despite appearances, Ohio hasn't been a holiday for Larry. The weather and hunting have become slightly frustrating. In Texas, though, at the annual Dallas Safari Club convention, Larry was busy making friends and influencing hunters.
How are you doing? It's good to see you, by golly.
Good to see you too. Nice to see you. Larry, you doing all right?
Santa Claus, you looking well.
Look who's talking, Santa Claus.
Tell me a little bit, you know, everybody knows I like TC. You're doing more and more stuff out of the custom shop. This is out of the custom shop, right?
It is. We actually took the First Light logo and had it engraved right on an Encore frame.
That's cool. I love the crosshairs.
1.1 to 4, 30 millimeter 2.
You know, that's a darn good African for dangerous game, but I'll tell you what, for hunting some of the thick woods that you do with whitetail, you talk about, that is a deer hunting scope from the word go. Tell me a little bit about head country, other than that I can say it's the best stuff there is.
It's just a unique blend of flavors that are pretty much out of the cupboard, but the way we put them together and the amounts of the ingredients that we put together just makes for a really good, tasty barbecue sauce.
My favorite by far. That's reading we now have one with even got a picture of me on it.
That's right.
That probably took care of the sales forever, and you won't ever sell another one.
Central Ohio, and the rut has ended sooner than expected. But the weatherman's been unexpectedly right about the forecast. Rain and more rain.
It rained, we didn't see anything. 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 Is that precise enough?
I was down to the last morning. It was mist and rain, nasty. Crawl up in this blind. Guess what? The clouds just disappeared. And now it's clear. It's just one of those frustrating mornings. If we'd have known this, we'd have taken my ghost blind and set us up somewhere. It's just been extremely tough. The weather has been not at all conducive to hunting with a camera. But that's life. There was an old sports writer from Texas, from San Antonio, by the name of Dan Cook, who many years ago used the phrase, "It ain't over till the fat lady sings."
If you have a favorite opera, this might be a good time to start humming along with it, because it looks like the aria is about to be sung for Larry's hunt.
At least the turkeys are enjoying the morning. They've come into this whole food plot, and even though you can't see the clover, there's a lot of clover underneath. What happens is they'll plant the clover and then just let native vegetation cover it up, because if you don't, you can get a bad freeze and it'll kill the clover. There's enough grass cover over the top of the clover now to where it falls down and creates kind of an insulation. But I'm not a turkey hunter. Unfortunately, the deer aren't doing the same. They've probably been up all night feeding. We've had a full moon.
In the words of that other song, some gotta win, some gotta lose. And maybe Larry didn't take home a buck on this trip to Ohio, but he sure did get to hunt. And sometimes you have to figure that's winning enough on Winchester's World of Whitetail.
Day 1 it rained, day 2 it rained, day 3 it rained, day 4 it rained, day 5 it rained. And then the most aggravating surprise of the whole deal is the morning that we have to go to the airport, the rain quits and it's snowing. I think one of the things that the viewer can take away from this show is that you hunt. You don't look for excuses not to go hunting. It's raining. You know, there may be that one individual buck that's out there that absolutely loves the rain. And he may be the biggest in that part of the country. And if you're not out there, you're not going to see him. You know, to me, sometimes you win, sometimes a deer wins. Deer's got to win every once in a while.